I'm Celestine Brave Bottoms, and I'm supporting Stephen Lee because he's one of the finest young men that I know. Stephen is creative, he's innovative, he's already doing many things that people are talking about for students. He is already doing them. He has a mentoring program, he has programs that are in place now helping young folk to go to college. He's working with them at his two places of work. He is doing. Some people talk the talk. Stephen is already walking the walk.
Thank you.
I'm Ann Walford McKenzie. I'm supporting Stephen Lee because I like what he has to say about student dropout and student rates in the high schools. This has been one of my pet peeves. Far too long have we read about and heard stats about students in high school who cannot finish and they're left out. It is now time for someone and all of those on the Board of Education to please let us do something about the students who are dropouts and those who cannot finish high school. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm supporting Mr. Stephen Lee because I've seen his work. He worked with students more than 10 years ago in the Peyton Road area, providing technology for them, providing dance crews, providing innovative ideas. His ideas regarding education and those that are left behind are really superb. Where the world goes, the masses go. So as the masses go, so the world. So we must stop and make provisions for those students who are left behind, who aren't able to keep up in many of the high-tech courses. We must find them in the technological schools and other schools because we know that everybody will not go to college. There are other skills. There are many skills that need to be provided. Thanks for this opportunity to support Dr. Stephen Lee.
I have, thank you, one question, and I'm still on tape. Dr. Lee mentioned that there is almost, let's say, 90 years of education experience between the three of you.
More than 90.
What does he bring to the table that is missing from the school board?
What does he bring to the table?
What does he bring based on his experience, based on what he's doing now with the youth?
With the school children?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, he has, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ann.
Well, his experience to me is most important. I think that anyone who chooses to join the Board of Education should have some experience with children and the needs that they require to become adults. I think that he has emphasized over and over and over about his particular experiences in helping students.
Thank you. Ms. Boone.
I feel that the piece with parents must be addressed as it has never been addressed before. Now the question comes, what about those students who don't know where their parents are, or very rarely see their parents? We must remember the old adage, it takes a whole village to raise a child. The same thing I feel, it takes a whole village to educate a child. So we must add the piece with the parents, whether they're surrogate parents, whether they're foster parents. We must have someone to help us in that capacity with the children.
And Ms. Bottoms.
I think Stephen's business sense, because Stephen has managed large amounts of money in his businesses and in other groups that he has worked with. So he has the business experience, he has the educational background, he already has the experience of working with students at that level, elementary, middle school, and high school. He's already worked with those kids in their schools or at different times with different programs that he has put into schools and mentored and done himself. So I think all of his background will help him on the school board.
Now, did anybody have any comments they would like to make in closing? Ms. Boone.
At this time, I do wish and pray for the very best. I do feel that Dr. Lee is the better person for the district. and I pledge to support him in every capacity that I possibly can.
Ms. McKenzie.
Okay, I think I've heard him say that this is a serious undertaking, and it is, because we are dealing with making children's lives more meaningful. And when one chooses to run for the Board of Education, they should keep that in mind, that it is not a joke, that it is a serious, very serious undertaking.
And Ms. Bottoms.
Yes. At this time in our lives, everything is important. This might well be one of the most important decisions that we have had to make in the last 15 or 20 years as far as the school board is concerned. And I think Stephen is eminently qualified to hold that position. And I certainly hope and I will support him and do all I can to help him get elected.
And ladies, on that note, I would like to say thank you.